Back to the next video. In today's video I will show you how to use real-time communication using WebSocket.io in native iOS, like kind of like a chat application. So here is my iOS simulator and here is a web app which I have created using React.js. For testing you can use another iOS simulator as well if you want to, it will work. So here you can see the first message which you see connected to server. So this is sent from my Node.js server which is hosted locally. As soon as I connect to it using Socket.io, now I'll send some message from my iOS app. As soon as I send this message should be visible on my web app as well, because it is connected to the same client or same Socket.io. So if I click on submit, here you can see iOS. Okay, now if I send some message from my web app, this message should be visible inside my native iOS application. So yeah, let's get started. So firstly I will show you my iOS project, sorry, Node.js project. So what you will have to do first, you will have to create a package.json file. Inside that I have created Express as well as Socket.io. Next, here I am creating Express, Socket.io and HTTP objects. Then I am initializing our Express app. Then this is boilerplate code for Express. Here I am creating our server as well as I am applying no CORS so that everyone can access our app. Next, over here I am this is again for CORS handling for web APIs. So if you have REST API endpoints, you can use this CORS handling as well. This is again dummy endpoint which I have created, and this is again boilerplate code for handling API endpoints which are not part of our app. Now the main part comes over here. So as soon as the Socket.io connection is done, I'm sending a message from our Node.js app to all the client which have been connected, like connected to server. So if you remember, we were seeing this message. Next, we are listening for messages from the client. So once you submit any message from client, I am getting that message over here, and then I am emitting that message to all the clients which are connected to our server. And here I am just starting our server, Node.js server. Okay, next thing what you will have to do is go to your iOS app, and I am using so UIKit, but if you want you can use Swift UI as well. Next, I have installed this dependency, so just copy this URL. If you want you can go to this on GitHub as well to check what this dependency is all about. So this is Socket.io dependency which helps us to connect to our Node.js app, and I am using Swift package manager. So just go to click add package dependency, paste in that URL, click add package. So I have already added this package, I won't add it again. Next, inside info.plist I have also added this because my Node.js app is hosted locally, that's why I had to add this. Next, inside view controller I have imported Socket.io. Then I am using table view, so I have imported this. I am using text field, button and table view, and this is a list where we will append data as soon as we get it from our server. Then I have created a socket manager class, and our Node.js app is hosted on localhost 3001 port, so I'm using that. And here I am initializing our socket, so manager.default socket, and as soon as that is created I am calling connect method on it. And here you can see we are listening for messages from the server. As soon as I get a message, I need to fetch the data property from that message, because while sending it I am sending it as data.data. So once I get a message from our client, I'm calling it data.data, because that's the way I'm sending it from client to Node.js. So that's why I have to use something like this. If you are directly sending string, you wouldn't have to use something like this. You can directly append your string. Once we get that proper data, I'm appending it to our list, and here I'm reloading our table view to show the updated data to inside our table view. Next, this is again like setting up our text field, setting up our button, setting up our table view, adding it to our view. Then this is NS layout constraints, so pretty basic stuff. And once the button is tapped, here you can see I'm emitting message using Socket.io, like message from client, and I'm appending this data, and this is text field.text. Because of this, while receiving it on the server side, we get data.data, right? And while sending it also from server to client, I'm sending it as that way. That's the reason you have to use data over here as well. Next, here this I'm just overriding this table view methods of number of rows in section and cell for row at. So yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching. Bye.